Hello and welcome to Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we're going to create a really interesting painting focusing on the art elements of space and value. I want you to take a look at this and notice the background, the foreground, and the midground. I also want you to notice where the sun is in relationship to the colors on the cactuses. Do you see how the different colors show us different things about space and form? Let's get started. Today, we're talking about the art element known as value, which is defined as the lightness or darkness of a hue, tint, or tone. Because we're working with a cactus, we'll be working with the hue green. Hue is just another word for color. So we'll be working with multiple values, meaning light green, mid green, regular green, dark green, that kind of stuff. That's value. As with all of our projects, we're going to start with our name, date, and class on the back of our paper. We'll be drawing some saguaro cactuses today. They are native to the Sonoran Desert. They're the largest cactus in the United States of America, and after death, its woody ribs can be used to build roofs, fences, and parts of furniture. Did you know that this cactus produces both flowers and fruit? Most of the saguaro roots reach only 4 to 6 inches deep. However, they stretch out far from the plant, as far as it is tall. Did you know that the interior of the cactus is filled with a sponge-like tissue? This is used to hold water. As more and more water gets stored, the skin of the cactus begins to expand, making room for more storage. As a result, this cactus can become quite heavy as more and more water is stored for future use. We're starting off this drawing today with 2 guiding lines, one horizontal and one vertical. Around near the bottom, let's start with a straight line and a rainbow up top. You're going to connect those to make the center of your cactus. Starting below our center line and then closer, let's add 2 arms to the cactus. In this next part, I grabbed a ruler to try and help keep my line straight, but I ended up getting one line a little too close to the side. So on the arms, I free drew separating lines. Next, we're going to add a horizon line in the background. I decided to have this rocky line to signify the desert, and then I have some rocks on the bottom. I'm putting a sun in the top left corner, and then I'm adding 2 smaller cacti, one on each side of my image. Do you see how the smaller cacti make the big one look close and the small ones far away? That's a part of perspective. That's an interesting trick that artists can use to create depth in their images. I'm going to grab an eraser and erase that vertical and horizontal line. Next, I'm going to take a little plate, add some green and some white paint to it. I'm going to start out with my lightest hue, my tint, which is a color plus white. I want this to be on the closest side to the sun, so every left section of this cactus is where I'm going to put this lightest green. Do you see how it's on the outside of the left and on the inside of the right arm? That's something that's might be a little confusing, so make sure that your lightest color is closest towards your sun. As I take a little more green, mix it in with that previous tint, this is going to give me a medium color. This medium value is going to go in the center of all sections of my cactus. Finally, I'm using straight green, the pure hue on the last section. This is going to be the shaded side of the cactus, which is farthest away from the sun. This next section, I'm going to be working on my background. I'm just using straight orange for the desert ground. Now, some people might want to layer a little bit over it, maybe some white, maybe a little bit of red, maybe a little bit of brown, but I'm just doing that. Now I'm going to add some yellow and orange together to give me a new hue that I'm using for my sun. I hope you notice I did a little bit of texture marks in the sky. Well, guys, I wasn't the person to come up with this lesson. I actually saw two different versions, one on Easy Peasy Art School and one on art projects for kids. So thank you so much to those original teachers who came up with these images. This has been Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.